So as the case that we have dedicated this chapter, the chapter titled Power Spectral Estimation, to have the estimation of the unknown parameters, so that we can come to have our task completed in this particular engineering systems here. So for those purpose we have the observations, and as from the previous two topics you must be knowing that when we have the knowledge of mean with respect to the individual random variable, for example x, the mean is represented small m suffix x. Along with mean we require the knowledge of variance. Variance represented sigma suffix x square, the variance of the random variable x. Correspondingly for y we can have sigma suffix y square, and the knowledge of the correlation coefficient, then we shall be successful to have the linear type of the mean square estimation. And as for the Gaussian type of the random variables, we don't require that particular the correlation coefficient, but mean and variance are compulsorily to be known here. So if we go for classification of the effectiveness of any of the estimation technique that we have selected, so we should be able to have the characterization of such statistical properties here. So the statistical properties we are interested with are nothing but the bias and the variance that we have already included into the topic title here. So now let us have one example where we have the problem of estimating the value of a parameter. The parameter we shall be denoting here by theta here, and this parameter theta is with respect to the random variable. Here the random variable we take x suffix n, where we have n value ranging from 1, 2, 3 up to capital N here. So for a sequence of random variables we have to estimate the parameter that is denoted by theta here. Now as this estimation is for the sequence, so it is of course a function of n random variables. So in general we can denote it by theta cap and suffix capital N, the total number of random variables into the sequence here. Now with respect to the first parameter of interest that we have talked about, that is nothing but the bias here. So here we have mentioned the bias. We can show the mathematical representation for the bias. So the bias can be nothing but the difference between the expected value of the estimate and the actual value of the parameter. So here the actual parameter we have represented theta. So the difference between the expected value and the theta, mathematically we can denote for the symbol capital P. So hereafter the bias, that is the most interested parameter to have the consistency, and this particular bias for the parameter estimation is to be denoted by capital B here. So it is theta minus expected value of theta cap suffix n. So theta cap suffix n just now we have explained. So with respect to the n number of random variables into the sequence here. Now in this particular equation, if we set the value of bias to be equal to 0, so that time the value of the estimate of this particular theta cap suffix n will be nothing but theta only, that is the true value here. So from the first equation, if we come to have this left hand side substituted with 0, so that time we can have this expected value shifted to the left hand side and we can get to the form of this new equation here. So this particular case we can say to be of the unbiased estimate here. So this is the unbiased estimate we always expect to have. Now if the value of capital B, the bias, is non-zero, so that time the estimate is said to be a biased estimate here. Now when we deal with such a biased case of estimate, but when the bias goes to 0 as the number of observations n goes to infinity, mathematically represented as we have limit capital N tends to infinity. So this is a limit function over the expected value of theta cap suffix capital N to be equal to theta. So that time this particular estimate is said to be asymptotically unbiased here. So the value of the bias has been 0, but the nature is represented for the limit N tends to infinity like this here. So here it is the limit function as stated here. So generally talking about the estimation, it is always desired that the estimation be either unbiased, as just now I have stated, or asymptotically unbiased here. So this is what a point to be noted always. Now in order to have the estimate of the parameter that we have denoted by theta, to have the convergence here. So the convergence is nothing but to confine to a fixed value after certain processing or iterations in general what we take. So that particular fixed value we shall now call to be a true value here. So it becomes very necessary that the variance and the mean that we mostly deal with, the variance value of the estimate should be a 0 here, as the number of observation goes to the infinity here. So mathematically this particular observation we can represent with this particular formulation. So with n tending towards the infinity, the variance just now here represented var as a function of, within the curly brackets we have theta cap suffix capital N, or we can also represent it with sigma function which is squared here, and to the suffix we can have the representation of, here it is, the random variable. So it is nothing but the limit n tends to infinity for the expected value of the square of the mod, and this is for the difference of theta cap suffix n with the expected value of the same theta cap suffix n, and this is equal to 0. So when variance is 0, variation we always want to be 0 in this particular situation. So that time we can say the convergence can have been achieved here. Now in this particular case, the theta suffix n is said to converge to the true value that we have denoted theta with the probability equal to 1 here. Now there can be also another form of the convergence, and this another form can be more robust or stronger than the earlier one with the probability value as 1 here, and this is also called as the mean square convergence. So here it is the mean square convergence mentioned. Now we have the estimate that we have denoted by theta cap suffix n, and now it is said to converge to the value of theta in the mean square sense. So mathematical representation goes to the form, we have limit n tends to infinity for the expected value of, we have square of the mod theta cap suffix n minus theta, and this is to be equal to 0. So from these observations we can have the final conclusion that the estimation can be a consistent one if the convergence is there and in the some sense to the true value of the parameter represented by theta here. So this is about the second term into the title. The title, it was the parameter estimation, bias and the consistency here, and this estimate is consistent if the asymptotically unbiased and has the variance that goes to 0 as n goes to infinity as represented into the mathematical formulation here.